Today we are going to discuss about day 1 answer writing. Okay, day 1 anthropology answer writing. So, the first question, what is anthropology? I said in the morning how to write the answer. First read the question very carefully and understand the question and try to write the answer. Okay. So, the question is what is anthropology and discuss the development of anthropology of an Indian discipline. Sorry, independent discipline. Okay. See, first, what is anthropology? I took the definition of anthropology from Emmanuel. Okay. Just take any anthropologist definition, write to that definition. And after that, I give the classification of anthropology. But I used again anthropologist classification. Okay, Franz Bios. And after development of anthropology as an independent discipline. So there is a question, development of anthropology. Okay, so I write here development of anthropology. First, I took the definition of T.K. Penniman and his famous book, A Hundred Years of Anthropology. How the development of anthropology going, 4 stages of chronology. I used the definition from T.K. Penniman, anthropologist, and Indian anthropologist also I took, that is Majumdar and L.P. Vidyarthi. Okay, next point, development of anthropology as an independent discipline through. Okay, so here I used study of the human differences, cultural relativism, and study of human being holistically has sorry holistically. Example I took here, and after that study of ourselves. How it is like study of ourselves, matlab understanding the human behavior. Okay, so I wrote here. And next, action anthropology and applied anthropology. Action anthropology, policy development. Applied anthropology, policy making. It will be useful in the administration. And after that, unique approaches of anthropology. And next, conclusion. Try to pause the video and read the answer once. Tomorrow onwards, I will give a clear explanation because today I have very less time. So I want to give the answer. That's why I am doing very fastly. Okay. And next question. Discuss the relevance of anthropology in contemporary society. So here I used the same definition of anthropology. Why? Because there is asking question relevance of anthropology. First try to write about the anthropology and after that write the relevance. So I used the definition and at the same time I used the classification. So now relevance of anthropology. When you are writing the relevance of anthropology, try to cover all areas of anthropology. Matlab socio-cultural, physical, archaeological and linguistic anthropology. See here, socio-cultural anthropology. How I took socio-cultural anthropology also I took the definition of anthropologist. That is a Radcliffe Brown. I don't know the pronunciation. Is it right or wrong? Just I am doing. If it is wrong, then sorry. Okay, Radcliffe Brown definition I used here. And after that, Inca, see dekho here. Different sub-branches also I mentioned here. That is economic anthropology, family anthropology, religious, political and medicinal. So, and how it is relevance. Okay, it study the primitive culture, reconstruct the social history and study of the cultural constraint. And after that, use the application. Okay, understand the value of the society and resolve the enmity problems to frame the social laws. I used one example. Okay, this is very important. मतलब if you give the example, your marks थोड़ा increase हो जाएंगे. And after that, physical and biological anthropology. Okay, so here also I used the anthropologist name. This is the very important. It's give thoda extra marks. Okay, but uh, I use the definition of Paul Broca, biological anthropologist, and Inca different branches. So here I wrote the branches name: forensic anthropology, genetic paleoanthropology, and primatology. So I used applications also here. Forensic anthropology, how it is used? It's used to solve the problems of the criminal cases. And genetics, it study the races and verification. Okay, races and variation. And paleoanthropology, fossil evidences. Study the fossil evidences. And primatology, study the living and extent of primates. And it studies about the new vaccinations. For example, in COVID time, there is a new vaccine, and after that, they are trial vaccine on human. So this is also like in some tribal areas, it will be the anthropology study also including. And after that, linguistic anthropology. Linguistic matlab languages. So today we are communicating with each other. In India there is a all the states there is a different languages, still we are communicating each other. In world also we are communicating the each other because of the language only. Okay, just simple, just think simply, you will get the answer very easily. Okay, and write about the linguistic anthropology, and I used application, and this is the example. Okay, UNESCO Atlas World. And after that, archaeological anthropology. Archaeological anthropology. The archaeological anthropology, I used the definition of Jacob String. Okay, so write the definition, and how archaeological anthropology relevance. It studied about the historical elements and discovered the human evolution to present. I gave the example. For example, Indus Valley civilization. Okay, Great Bath, Dancing Girl. These how we know about the information because of the anthropology, archaeological anthropology, and gave the conclusion. And next question, critically examining the role of anthropology. A matlab anthropology in contemporary India. So this is very important answer, and it will be I think 20 marks. I'm not remember sure. Okay. So here also first they're asking about the question role of anthropology. So try to write the definition of anthropology. Okay, any anthropologist definition you can write the definition of anthropology, and after that role of anthropology in all areas like socio-cultural, biological, and linguistic and archaeology. So I wrote here separately. Okay, role of anthropology, socio-cultural. Okay, socio-cultural anthropology role. We will check now. So first, understanding the Indian society, understanding the village studies and tribal studies, policy making and policy implementation. So the question they are asking about the critically examine. First, you should know the critically examine means. There is a pros and consequences. Both are included. I already sent one photocopy how to write about the critical anthropology. Sorry, critically examine. Okay, so here I used question and with the solution. And please don't mention like this. I am just giving a model answer to you. That's why I mentioned here clearly, because you people understand very easily. That's why I am giving like this. Okay. So here I mentioned the problem. Here I mentioned the solution. Okay. So, for example, socio-cultural anthropology, there is a tribal society or different societies, and previously there is a religious problem. Now there is a no religious problem. Matlab no religion matlab it is not superior. Okay, and tribal issues. This is the burning issue present. And tribal issues, there is a rural life and a rural planning, some population planning. So anthropologists they went in different tribal places and they studied, they do the field work and they make some data, and they are providing data to the government. Okay, and after that they made the policies. And next, ethnographic studies, it will be useful in the policy formation. Okay, so what is ethnographic study? It studies about the how the way of life of a particular group of people, ppl matlab people, and who didn't have with them records, sorry, who didn't have the records. Next, policy formation. Okay, so it will be useful in the policy formation also. And I used the example here. Jawaharlal Nehru used to data from the LP Vidyarthi. Okay, for what? For fifth and sixth schedule, and at the same time first 5 year plan also. Okay, and at the same time Indian Constitution development also. Next, role of biological anthropology. So here also same, try to read the biological anthropology, and it studies about the role of genetics and forensic anthropology. We already studied the previous question also. Okay, next it studied about the genetics and biochemical autonomy and race studies and forensic. So just mention and give one example. And after that, role of linguistic anthropology. So linguistic anthropology, it will be useful, main purpose, it will be useful in the communication also. Okay, and just to give the any example. And after that, role of archaeological anthropology, we understand the prehistory. Okay, example, Indus Valley civilization, Mohenjo-daro, we already studied about that. Next, role of anthropology, sorry, role of linguistic anthropology. I give some more extra information here. Just read this information once. And action anthropology in role of contemporary world. This is last question. Also I give one more question, action anthropology and applications of anthropology. So this is very important. Action anthropology, policy implementation, action. Okay, action matlab they are providing some policies, but it is going an action or not, we should know that about, we should know about that information. So we don't know about that information directly, but some of the anthropologists, they do the field work, so they collect the information and they provide to the government. Okay, so how it is implemented, and I give some examples also here. Just read the example, and I give some of the extra data. Read once this all page, you will understand. Okay, and action anthropology, it will be how it is policy formation, policy implementation, monitoring, and I give some books also. Just read this important data, and I give some conclusion. Okay, tomorrow onwards, I'll try to provide early, and thanks for watching.